Good evening and welcome to the Daily Agenda. Finally, we can see the first major seismic shift on the right against Tommy Robinson following this utterly disastrous tour he's undertaken to Israel, where he went to meet his masters and he was ritually humiliated and proved his submission to them for a few shekels more, some people say. Whatever the reason, we all know Tommy is now an Israeli agent, don't we? And during that tour, he railed really against the British and against white people. No, it's not white people. No. He said Britain is the homeland for Muslims as well, and supported all forms of mass immigration into Britain. And for all the clowns who support Tommy Robinson, thinking that he's right-wing and opposed to mass immigration, well, Israeli masses are currently plotting to expel between 2 to 3 million Palestinians from Gaza. This is all proved, this is not opinion, and send them to Europe. In fact, Yoshai Fleischer, the man who humiliated Tommy by saying, "There's a special place in hell for Britain, man." And Tommy just sat there and, "Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah." Well, it's easy for an Irishman to say, isn't it? And I know the Irish don't like this, but that's just too bad. Tommy Robinson has an Irish mother. He has Irish citizenship. He has an Irish passport. Ergo, he is Irish. Not British, because if he was British, he'd have a British passport with British citizenship. He would defend Britain to the hill, and he would never sit there in a studio and tolerate that type of attack on Britain and the British. But he did. Today, Dino Bain, a channel I watch quite often in actual fact, usually every day, he made a video earlier stating that the collective right needs to abandon Tommy Robinson, and he's also adopted the thinking that I've been promoting on this channel now for months, that Tommy is in actual fact centre-left, not centre-right. We're talking about ideologically here. Ideology. We know this is a difficult concept for his fanboys to understand, as they're not really into ideology as such, are they? They're into emotive flag shagging. What you've got to do is fly some flags at them, say one or two of the right emotive issues, smother them in sound bites, and they're lost, they're hooked. And then eventually, many of them wake up once they've seen what the grift fest is all about, and that it's all about Israel first, not Britain first, or even Ireland first, it's Israel first. So the little Irish grifter has returned from his trip to ritually humiliating trip to Israel, to be welcomed by absolutely no one. Where's the crowds flocking on his return? There's no one. Absolutely no one at all. If Tommy doesn't understand the extent of the disaster he's heaped on himself with this trip, absolutely humiliating, shameful trip to Israel, then he's more out of touch from the reality than we previously believed. Because the simple truth is, what Dino Bain said today about the collective right abandoning Tommy Robinson, that is now the only way forward. If his fanboys can't understand that and can't grasp that fact, then obviously they've got a more learning curve to go, and it's going to be an extremely painful one as they watch Tommy betray Britain and Britishness and white people month after month after month after month, until there is nothing left but love and sorrow for little Tommy. That's a play on Big Brother, by the way. And why not? Because this man has been completely duplicitous. He's deceived people for years. He's never actually been a British nationalism. And this is the issue I have with Glenn Greenwald, who portrayed him the other day as being a British nationalist. Tommy Robinson, a British nationalist. The man has never stopped ranting about British nationalism since he actually formed the EDL. In fact, he tried to wage war on the British National Party with his poxy little EDL, his little street hooligans, and that failed completely. And and how many times has he incited violence against me and, of course, my 90-year-old mother? These are all the actions of a heroic leader, aren't they? Such a brave little man. I mean, why do they have to target a 90-year-old woman, for example? Because that's what these cowardly Zionists do. That's what these cowardly Zionists do. They have no moral compass whatsoever. Instead of coming to confront me openly, like the little old man could have done many times, he hasn't. He's just used his little, how can I put it, his pathetic little proxies like Glenn Saffer, and we're still waiting for Saffer to turn up and do his last ever doxing session. I absolutely guarantee you of that. But no, absolutely not. The little Irish odd man, because that's what Tommy thinks he is, well, all the threats he's made, all the threats they've incited against me for speaking out and for speaking the truth, for exposing the truth about this little grifter, this Israeli agent, and I've been calling him an Israeli agent for years. We've finally seen the fact that he is most definitely an Israeli agent. He serves Israel. His submission ritual in Israel was absolutely sickening. The fact that he was joined by Liam Tufts, if that's his real name, who knows with these people? Because Tommy 10 Names has, 5, 10 names, 20 names, who knows? It means absolutely nothing. And also Andrew Gold wearing his England shirt, trying to prove that he's England. Sorry, English first. My goodness. Yes, we've all seen through that one. The simple truth is, and if you actually look at the profile, the thumbnail pic that I've actually used for this video, I've taken out the UTK on the microphone and replaced it with UTR. So UTK means Unite the Kingdom. I've replaced it with Unite the Republic, meaning the Republic of Ireland, because that's what Tommy is. He's Irish. He's an Irish citizen. Okay? What I'm trying to say to you is that we reject him. We don't want him. He's not English. He doesn't regard himself really as being English. Otherwise, he'd have a British passport, not an Irish passport. And for someone who claimed to support Brexit, he's an EU citizen. An EU citizen. Lording it all over Europe, to Spain where he lives most of the time, in between his pantomime prison sentences. And of course now he'll be coming back to face the music at Westminster Magistrates Court, won't he, on the terrorism charge for refusing to hand over his PIN code. Well, will that be interesting to see how that one goes. Frankly, if it results in a prison sentence, he may well be able to turn around this disaster in Israel with a massive narcissistic grifting operation led by Ezra of the Levant, obviously, of course, because he's arguably the biggest grifter in the Western media. Sorry, alternative media, if there's such a thing as an alternative media. So Tommy, just to put things into proper perspective, is an Irish citizen who serves as an Israeli agent, and he's funded by a South African Zionist billionaire, Elon Musk. Where's the Britishness here? Where's the Englishness? I can't see any of it at all. And it takes a special kind of stupid to believe this man is a British nationalist or an English patriot in any way, shape or form just because he wraps himself in a flag. That means absolutely nothing. Look at what he has said on immigration and the comments he's made against white people, particularly ethno-nationalism and nativists. Tommy Robinson is a centre-left Zionist agent hiding behind a flag-shagging, manufactured flag-shagging rebellion. And I've been making this point all summer. There is no substance in this flag-shagging rebellion of any description, and all of the protests outside the migrant hotels have been impotent and counterproductive because what have they achieved? Absolutely nothing. Have the illegal migrants stopped coming across the English Channel? And that's another issue. It's legal immigration that's the real problem. Look the other way. That's what they want you to do. They want you to look the other way at illegal immigration, so you take your eyes completely off legal immigration, which is causing balkanization and will make us a minority in our own country. Okay? But Tommy, all he does is rants about illegal immigration, just like Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib and fake Farage and all the other Zio bots. None of these people are genuine. They are all controlled opposition. Opposition in inverted commas. Okay? Just to prove the point, or to reinforce the point, that these people are actually fake. So, welcome back to Britain, Tommy. It will be interesting to see at Westminster Magistrates Court what type of narcissistic whinge fest we're going to get in the next few days and the extent of the grifting, and he's being starved to death and he's being tortured in prison, isn't it, bruv? This English patriot. He's not an English patriot. And for all those stupid fanboys that have come onto my channel trying to post abuse, well, the reason why you can't read the abuse is because I don't allow abuse to stay on my YouTube channel. It gets struck out, either muted or hide user from channel. Gone. If you want to make reasonable, rational comments and engage in constructive debate, no problem, I'm game for that. But abuse, and moronic abuse in particular, gone. Quick sharp. But the simple message is this. And it is rather simple, and it has to be, you know, to cater for his fanboys. Tommy Robinson is not uniting the kingdom. He's not serving Britain. He's not serving the English. He's serving Israel. And the evidence proves it. And now the time has come to grow up and take a good long look in the hard, harsh mirror of reality and accept the fact that Tommy Robinson is just an Israeli agent with an Irish passport funded by a South African billionaire. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Agenda.